Whether you count it or not, every roll is happening with some kind of rhythm because the hands are alternating back and forth. To know the actual hand speed of a roll, you can multiply the marked tempo by the subdivision we're using. So for example, if your piece is marked at 100 beats per minute and you're playing 4 subdivisions inside every beat of the roll, that would be 400 beats per minute for your hand speed. Most people will prefer to play most rolls between 400 and 500 beats per minute. Rolls can work from just above or below that, from about 360 to about 540 beats per minute. When you're learning a piece slowly, or when your rolls feel tense or too choppy, or if it's unclear exactly how fast you should be alternating, doing this simple multiplication will frequently tell you why. If you're outside that 400 to 500 range, that's probably the issue. So for example, a snare drum piece written at 72 beats per minute with 6 tuplet based rolls is going to have a hand speed of 432 beats per minute. That is a comfortable alternation. If you need to slow the piece down to learn it though, to let's say 54 beats per minute, that 6 tuplet is now only 324 beats per minute and it's going to sound really choppy and uneven. So if you switch to 30-second notes, which would be 8 tuplets, now the hand speed at the lower tempo is 432 beats per minute again, and it feels fine. But if you then increase the tempo back to 72 where it's written, that hand speed for 8 tuplets is 556, which is a little too fast. What does this mean? Well, it means 1. Always try to learn music with rolls in it as close to the written tempo as possible. 2, you want to do the multiplication to confirm that your roll speed is in the 400 to 500 range. And 3, if you have to slow a piece down, try not to change the roll speed. Just let it sound choppy at a low tempo so that you get the rhythm in your hands right and avoid having to relearn the rhythms or the stickings of the piece later. I practice my rolls to a tempo times subdivision chart, so every day I can practice the same hand speeds but with different count structures. This gives me a very broad understanding of how I can fill a space with a smooth buzz sound, even if that means playing different groupings or starting from one hand versus the other. I find that longer rolls are more comfortable below about 460 beats per minute, and I try to only use speeds above that for short bursts of 2 beats or less. This means understanding the roll rhythm is even more important for fast hand speeds because the exact number of alternations are going to have a huge impact on how successfully you can play a passage, especially regarding stickings.